Okay. We did the Golden Harvest kind of type soup. I have just over a fourth of a good-sized onion in there in each jar. Not split between both. I used like over half of a pretty good size. Probably is a medium one though. It was like the fattest one in the bag, but they weren't large onions by anyone's standards. Well, these taters are looking a little icky. But like I said, they were on sale. Anyway, we did the soup. And I have 5 jars to put in. 2 quarts and some that are the spaghetti jars with the lug lids. I've had a really good success using them. As you know, it's not recommended, but you do what strikes you in your kitchen. If you don't want to do that, that's just fine and dandy. You do it your way. You do what you feel you need to do for your family. I love mine as well. Wouldn't do it if I thought it was unsafe. And it's just, you know, like canning anything else. If it seals, it's sealed. If it's not, it's not. You know, you find out right after, and you can either recan it, like we've done many times with the proper equipment, or, you know, open it and eat it. Right now, I think the Grams would be just as happy with the open and eat it kind of thing. My granddaughter said, you know what's sad about making soup like this? I said, what? She said, you can it. But we ate over half of it, and it was my big 18-quart roaster, and that thing had a lot in it. And for me to can then less than 5 quarts, you know, a little under, that's not much canning and a lot of eating. But we've got many more soups to make, many more jars to fill. We love soups here. We love them summer, spring, winter, fall. It's dinner time. It's a good time for soup. Anyway, I do have the 5 jars in the canner, and I am going to water bath it again. You know, not recommended, but people use them around the world. It's all they have. They don't have pressure canners, and they do stuff like this every day, and they're just fine and dandy. Our ancestors did it like this for ages. Maybe they're not fine and dandy, but you know, they died in their 90s and 100s, so, you know, it wasn't like a premature death. Well, again, some people say the Bible intended us all to live to be, you know, at least 120, and if we don't make it that far, we haven't, you know, like, taken care of our bods good enough. Anyway, I digress. I got out these 2 jars and washed them because I need something. I want something to take up the other 2 spots in the canner. And yes, I'm going to have to open another bag of potatoes because I want 1 more potato in each. And I'm not going to have you watch that. I'll use the space on my memory card to drain my batteries for that. And besides, I got the TV playing behind you, and I have to have it on mute or pause or something, because God forbid YouTube thinks, hey, I'm trying to steal something with the thing playing in the background. And I don't even have the account type thing like where you ever get any money for anything. I'm putting these on here mostly for me, and, you know, life happens in the background. The radio plays. It's not stealing anything. If it is, the radio shouldn't do it. Okay, I was a little over, so dumped a little bit in this one. I suppose, though, it probably would have been okay since it is a quart, and this is a half a teaspoon. I will go ahead and give this a whole one, and this just a little smidge more that I dumped in there. I want to keep it under a teaspoon, though, because that just seems like a lot. And I'm using distilled water, which will make it seem like not much. That's not quite a half. I think this is parsley, dried parsley. I think that one looks similar. See, with the overhang on it, probably is a half. But, and those actually, you know, they don't have to go in. I like them in there for looks. I was going to grab the pepper before I hit record. Somewhere along my gathering plan, I forgot to do that. Where, oh, where is the pepper? Anybody seen the pepper?
No.
No,
I mean, I've seen it, but, like, not recently.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Anyway, one more thing that is not on the list of things tested and recommended. By the way, when something is not recommended, a lot of people take that as, we recommend you do not do this. The way a lot of people take it. Oh, no. What it means is they haven't tested this enough, or at all, to recommend it. 1 tablespoon of butter. 1 tablespoon of butter. I may add another. I would, but dang, running out of butter at the moment. Dang, that's like 3 layers full. Guess you gotta, and I wouldn't have seen that if it wasn't black on it. I would have put plastic in there. Gross. Anyway, and this is real butter. It's salted butter. It's sweet cream butter. I do want that in there. Because I use a fair amount in a kettle, and I'm a dump cook. I'm a country cook. You know, we dump things in. This is good. Have a taste. Add a little more of this. But when it's per jar, it's just baffling to me to know how much to add. I'm going to find my black pepper and probably put at least, hey, I found it. I'm about out. I'm going to put probably a 1/4. Well, that's probably an 1/8. I'm going to do the same over here. Can always add more when I go to do it. That one's got a little less maybe, but seems to be all that wants to tap out at the moment. Hey Paige, give me a couple more potatoes.
Potatoes? Huh?
Potatoes? Down there?
Oh.
You know, you've seen them or heard humans talk about them. And, you know, when I get the other, you know, I'm just going to pour a little in there for now. I will add another potato to each jar and top it off at the correct headspace to can it up. Take the other 2 spaces in the jar. 2. And, you know, I'm going to put the other tater in there, fill it up, and put it on the can. And everything is in there that goes in there. Now, my mom made hers like this. Now, sometimes she would add milk, and sometimes she wouldn't. Sometimes it was a little more butter and milk and make it kind of creamy. That's another thing I love about this. And filling up your jar, you got good stuff you can add to it. You can add water to make more. You can add like probably a pint of water. When you open it, you can add some milk. Or you can add, you know, a combo of both, or you can eat it as is. And it's lovely, flavorful, and does not need chicken broth. I don't know how people make it, that they say it has no taste if you don't add chicken broth. That's like just a nightmare. I love chicken noodle soup and chicken broth and stuff, but not in my potato soup. I use Mom and Grandma's potato soup. Well, this is the first time I've paid attention to how much I put of each thing in a jar. And when we crack one open, we'll come back and see if we need to change that any. Anyway, gotta get soups on. Chow for now. We're making chow for later. Praise God from whom all blessings flow.